Bongo International was founded in 2007 to address the void in the e-commerce space regarding cross-border e-commerce. What you found was a lot of international demand looking to purchase goods from the US that were not supported by the merchants themselves. So we started off really developing a consumer solution that enabled consumers to purchase from websites that didn't support international shipping.
We've got two different segments to our business. We have consumers that are located outside the US or Europe that look to make purchases inside the US and Europe, take advantage of being able to shop from websites that don't typically sell or ship internationally. And then we also have our merchant-driven solutions. So we've got a suite of services for retailers that are looking to sell their products to cross-border consumers directly from their website.
As the service began to scale, we realized that we needed to make investments in our processes to make the execution and delivery of service and quality more effective. That really led us to start evaluating a lot of the automation that was in the space, specifically within packaging. There's tremendous cost savings that can be achieved by effectively packaging domestic shipments, but really specifically international shipments, where the cost per pound is roughly 5 times as great as it is on domestic. We liked Packsize because it was very easy to deploy. They provided a good blend of hardware and software and had a pricing strategy which was flexible in terms of our growing business.
What we used to do prior to having any type of a pack size integration is our guys would pick all of the boxes that would go in an order. We would have to identify one of those boxes that could hold everything else. We'd put everything else in that box and then physically cut that box down to size. You can imagine the task times behind that, the work to time relationship. It may take us 15 minutes to do one order with multiple boxes. With the IQ Fusion, on average, our guys are able to pick, pack, and seal a box in under 5 minutes. So we've seen a great step in efficiency just by partnering, utilizing the Packsize machine, and it allows us to handle more volume with less resources.
One of the biggest challenges that e-retailers face when selling internationally is identifying what is the proper shipping rate to charge. We've taken advantage of the on-demand packaging to be able to help us reduce and remove a lot of wasted space that's in the various boxes that come in.
We got it from that size down to that size.
So with Packsize, we're able to identify what are the exact weights and dimensions of the individual items, and we can create a box around that, making it very efficient for the international consumer. On average, we're able to reduce the billable weight of each inbound shipment by 32%. That directly correlates to about a 20% savings in the actual shipping costs. Specifically, when we went through our analysis, we found one of the biggest retailers that would have a challenge with this are folks that were selling things like shoes. There's a lot of variability in the size of a shoe box, and you don't necessarily have a lot of variability in the shipping box that's being submitted. We found that there was 54% savings with somebody who's selling shoes, and that's again mainly because there was a lot of opportunity with on-demand packaging technology to be able to reduce and remove a lot of the wasted space that's in those boxes.
So the operational side of Bongo, as you can see, our carriers will arrive and they'll drop off the packages here in order for us to inbound them and register them within our inventory. Next step of the process is what we call processing. The boxes will come down our inbound line and our operations agents will actually pull each box, open it, and identify the contents. They're going to be capturing the individual weights and dimensions of each product. When a work order vends, we're sending all of those individual data points through Qubit software, and then Qubit is sending to the Packsize manager to say, I need this box created for this work order. And what the on-demand packaging does for us, it provides the most accurate box possible to hold all of the items within that work order. The IQ Fusion that we have deployed in our facilities here in the US is extremely easy to operate. Our employees are up to speed on training and usage of the machine, typically within about 15 minutes of actually seeing it for the first time. The benefit that we like of the IQ Fusion is it's really plug and play. There's no real additional power requirements. We can put it into a standard outlet, and once everything's integrated, the machine's up and running same day.
Packsize had a good understanding and focus on the size of the footprint and different implementation requirements of the hardware itself, and over the course of the relationship have made vast improvements in not only the footprint of the items, but also different considerations regarding loading of the corrugate material, how the corrugate material is delivered, and the electrical requirements for the machines themselves.
It allows us to create that on-demand packaging to fit as closely and as snugly as possible. Even though a customer may have an order that resides in 3 or 4 or 5 boxes, because of the Packsize machine, we can create one size-specific box and consolidate all of their items into that one box, which will drive down the international shipping cost for our customer even more.